Hi, this is PJ Exposure with a What's in My Mirrorless camera bag. Last summer I rented the Sony a6000 with a bunch of lenses for a road trip, and I just liked the form factor and all the features from apps and the frame rate and its connectivity with Wi-Fi over NFC. And I was so happy with it that last month I went out and got my own copy of it with two lenses. But the issue was that all my older camera bags were for DSLR. And this camera is so much smaller, the bags were just not being functional anymore. So I reached out to Think Tank Photo, told them what my issues were, and they recommended their Turnstyle Sling bag line. These are bags you wear over your back, and you can whip them around to the front and access your gear. This is the smaller of the three. It's the Turnstyle 5. It's roughly 14 inches long and 6 inches deep. There's a ruler down here if you want to size up your own camera gear and see if it would fit in there. It's designed for the mirrorless system and 2 to 4 lenses, accessories, and the 5 and the 10 has a pocket for the iPad mini, and the 20 can hold a full-size iPad. I went with the 5 because I want to keep my kit small. I already have other bags if I end up needing to take more equipment, I'll just grab another bag. But this is like an everyday carry. It's easy, it's lightweight, I barely know that I'm carrying it, and I have all the functionality that I want really quickly. So let's look around the bag real quick. We have 3 compartments. The one up front is your accessories compartment for cables, lens cloths, memory cards, whatever you need, even a smartphone if you want. The middle compartment here comes with 2 dividers. They work on the Velcro system, so you can add more dividers and you can space it out accordingly to your own gear. Right now it's just going to have 2 lenses and the Sony in it. And then there's a little flap here. This is kind of like a dump pouch. You could add a notepad or a book or something, whatever you want in there. This runs the full length, and this tab holds it in place. And then on the back side here, they advertise it will fit an iPad mini. I don't happen to have an iPad mini. I have a Galaxy Tab 8.4 that fits in here nicely. And I can do all my post-processing with it because the Sony has Wi-Fi, so I can send all my images and work on the tablet. I also have a dongle so I can hook up my SD cards from my Nikons, and I can also wirelessly edit those photos if I want. Those are the 3 compartments. It comes with a rain fly, like almost all camera bags from Think Tank Photo. So if you did get caught in a brief rainstorm, you can just slide this rain fly over it and it'll keep your gear nice and dry. And it stuffs back in. This is another flap. So this is a sling bag, so it goes across your chest and across your back. And if you need to access it, you just whip it around to the front of you. So this would be in front of your chest, and you can open up your gear, get whatever you need out of it, close it up, and rotate it back around your shoulder. But what this little tab here does is you can move it from a sling, and you just unclip that, and you attach it here, and now it kind of acts like a fanny pack. So it would be aligned such that it would just be around your hip. And if you had another backpack for whatever reason, this can stay up front as like a fanny pack. So you gives you 2 carrying options, and it takes no time to go from a shoulder bag to a waist pouch. Really easy, really clever. Build quality, as with all Think Tank, it's pretty robust, good quality. You can definitely see that they're thinking of us photographers. Zipper is a zipper, but if you look here, they put in this protected, I don't know what to call it. It runs underneath the zipper, so if you have your camera in here, you could accidentally scratch your screen if it's overpacked. But if you see how this ridge here, the zipper runs right on top of that. So if your camera is underneath, the zipper is never going to come into contact with your camera. It's not going to scuff up your buttons, your body, or your lens. So it's a clever fabrication when they put in this bag. So let's go ahead and fill it up with what I would generally have on an everyday carry with this bag. So you already saw the Galaxy tab in the back. Up front, carry this key dongle. It's from Peak Design. Has a hex wrench so you can attach their Capture Pro plate. You can also work on your tripod with it. And it has their adjustments. Just go ahead and grab this guy. So you can just put it on there and crank it really tight. It's good all around accessory to have, so that can go in there. A set of microfiber lens cleaning claws. I happen to be filming with my Samsung Note Phablet, or it's an oversized phone. I guess it's kind of like the iPhone 6. So I carry an extra battery for the camera. I have my memory card wallet. This is 12 SD cards. It goes in there. And then I also carry a 6,000 milliamp hour external battery. This guy just plugs right into a 110 outlet. So it's one less cord that I have to take, but the cool thing is it comes with its own micro USB cable, and the cool thing about all the gear that fits inside here is that the camera, the cell phone charges with a micro USB, and also the Sony can charge the battery in camera. So I just do this, and I can plug my external battery pack into the camera, and I can charge it while I'm walking around, or if I'm doing like a time lapse, I can hook this up right next to the tripod and give the camera extra power over, you know, a couple hours that it's doing its time lapse. So I like having multiple devices that run off the same connection or the same battery supply. So I have two batteries for the Sony that leave the house fully charged, but you never know how long you're going to be out. So, like I said, charge my smartphone, charge my camera. I also got a Bluetooth earpiece that also is micro USB, so I can throw him in there if I want to talk to somebody while I'm driving around. Basically, that would be the stuff I would keep up front. So, power brick, some accessories, blah blah blah. Then in the main compartment, been shooting more like wildlife stuff recently. There's a lot of orcas, hawks, and bald eagles around, so generally the first photo of the day is going to be of some sort of bird of prey. So I'll have the zoom mounted. This is the 16-50 kit lens. Fits in right here. This is about 6.5 inches, so I leave it mounted, and it fits straight in without a problem, and it will also close. And that leaves me this corner here open for another accessories. If I happen to if the 16-50 is mounted, I'll put the 55-210 here. This bag kind of tapers down, so it's not a complete rectangle. So this one corner is taller than this corner. So just keep in mind how many tall lenses you have, because it does taper off. So that's the Sony's in the bag, and this all just comes together like so. And it's very lightweight. It's just under probably 2.5–3 pounds altogether, and I can take my photos, I can edit them, and I can share them or send them to a client, whatever I need. In addition, so this would be on your back and you can swing it around. But one other thing that I've added to it is my Arca Swiss plates are from Peak Design, and I also have their capture release plate. So generally walking around or anything, streets or on the trail, the camera will be in here until I see something. And once I start taking pictures, I rarely swing this around and put the camera away, only to take, another 30-40 steps and take another picture. So to stop having to do that, I just take the Capture Pro release plate and I attach it to the Sling. And because the tripod plate underneath the camera, that one's the micro plate, so I'll just have this bag around my shoulder, and I'll mount the camera here, and it kind of acts like a camera sling. I know some people have like Black Rapids or something like that, but if you have a backpack plus you're carrying a bag, your camera on a sling, they kind of tend to fight each other. This way I don't even need to worry about carrying a camera leash, because this does the job, and it's quick release, so I can get to the camera really quickly. And I'll show you some photos of that. So I've had this for about a week. I've been using it pretty much every day. It's a great camera bag solution for the mirrorless. If you have a tiny setup and all of your camera bags are too large and you're looking for something smaller, I would recommend the Turnstyle series from Think Tank Photo, and you can get information on the product and how you can also get a free camera card wallet by using the link below. Thanks for your time. Here's another look at Think Tank Photo's Turnstyle 5 camera sling bag. It sits nicely across the chest. It comes with a nice padded shoulder strap and a quick release buckle. This is in case you're wearing a bulkier jacket and you need to take it off, or for whatever reason, if you need to remove your camera bag really quickly, it just comes off and goes back on together. This forward strap here is quickly adjustable, so you can cinch it in tight if you're on a bike or if you're climbing. You can bring the bag nice and tight to the back so it's not wobbling, and it sits nicely in the small of your back. When you need to get to your gear, you simply rotate it around to the front, open up the bag, grab your camera, take whatever photos you want, put the camera back in when you're done, close it up, and rotate it to the back, and you're good to go. It's the Think Tank's Turnstyle 5 camera sling bag.